What's going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it is time for racing here in Wichita for the Arena Series. Gravedigger and April Summers took the high jump win after being the fastest qualifier here, and she is now on top with 12 points in the overall event champion leaderboards here in Wichita. Things are looking good for her as we have 3 more competitions left, and she really needed this push, given now that she's in 3rd place with the last 2 events or competitions with 60 points. Captain's Curse in 2nd with 72, and El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912 in 1st with 75. So this is the racing bracket after qualifying. Gravedigger and El Toro Loco were the top two fastest qualifiers, and they got a bye run into the semifinal round. So for the first time, Captain's Curse is not getting a bye run. So let's go ahead and get started with round 1 of racing here in Wichita. Don't forget to leave a comment down below on who you think is going to be the racing winner after today's competition. Ice Cream Man versus Doomsday in the first round. Let's see what they can do. Ice Cream Man hasn't been to the final round ever since Denver, when he lost it to Captain's Curse and he got his first racing win there. And then Doomsday, I don't think, has made it out of the first round, so hopefully things turn around here for the both of them. But only one can continue. Doomsday almost facing a penalty there, slamming the brakes at the last second and being able to still beat Ice Cream Man. He will be moving on to the semifinal round to race Gravedigger and April Summers, and that was a close call. Had he not hit the brakes when he did, he would have faced the penalty, and it would have cost him the race. Ice Cream Man would have been the one moving on to race Gravedigger. Here comes Monster Mud Husky and Captain's Curse. Captain's Curse really needs a win here if he wants to keep that streak going. This is the first time, like I said, that he hasn't been in the semifinal round, so we'll see what happens. Facing some trouble on 2 wheels, trying to stay in. I think he did stay in. He shouldn't face a penalty, but it's not going to matter. Monster Mud Husky is now flipping over and losing control. Captain's Curse crossing the finish line, and he will be the winner. Moving on to the semifinal round to face El Toro Loco. Here's a replay of Monster Mud Husky. Just gave it too much, hit the brakes too late, and was already going over, keeping that momentum that sent him somersaulting backwards. You can see the name tag flying off, hitting the back wheel. So very unfortunate for Monster Mud Husky, but Doomsday and Captain's Curse moving on to the semifinal round to face the top 2 fastest qualifiers here in Wichita. Don't forget to use code Project Rod to receive 10% off of your W Energy order. Let's go ahead and get these semifinals going here in Wichita with the first race. Who's going to make it to the championship round first? Is it going to be Gravedigger or is it going to be Doomsday? Both of these trucks haven't made it yet, so this will be the first time for either one, depending on who makes it. Let's see what happens. Gravedigger and April Summers has been on a hot streak, so if she can keep this momentum going, she could definitely come out with a racing win. She was the fastest qualifier, but it looks like Doomsday has a slight lead over her, and here comes the final turn. There it is. Doomsday moving on to the final round. A little bit of a celebratory donuts there after knocking out the fastest qualifier, and I'm sure in celebration of making it to the final round. So he's stoked. He's super stoked to be going, and hopefully he can take a win here, but he has to go against Captain's Curse or El Toro Loco. They are the next race of the semifinal round. Let's see what happens. El Toro Loco, I'm trying to think back. I don't know if he's made it to the final round yet, but Captain's Curse had for sure. He has a 3 racing win, competition win streak going, and it's in jeopardy now. But no, Captain's Curse gonna take the win and move on to the final round to face MMJ Producer and Doomsday. El Toro Loco is out of the racing competition. This is the racing bracket. After all that is said and done, Doomsday and Captain's Curse is your final matchup. Captain's Curse has now increased his racing record in the Arena Series to 8-0. So can he make it 9-0 and 4 straight racing victories? We're going to have to wait and see, because Doomsday has 2 freestyle wins, and I'm sure he'd love to get a racing win this season. So it all comes down to this: Captain's Curse and Crazy Monster Jam Fan versus MMJ Producer and Doomsday. Here we go. Green means go, and they're going to take off. And we're going to see who our winner in Wichita is going to be. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more Monster Jam content. Captain's Curse being short on the turn, cutting it really close. He wants his racing win. It's going to be a close one, and the win is going to go to Captain's Curse and Crazy Monster Jam Fan. He has done it. He has won 4 in a row here in Wichita, increasing that racing record to 9-0. He is undefeated in the Arena Series. 1 more racing competition left next time around in Wilkes-Barre, but this is the racing bracket after it's all said and done. Captain's Curse doing the impossible here and having an amazing season. Gravedigger still on top in the overall event champion leaderboards with 15. Doomsday in 2nd with 13, and El Toro Loco in 3rd with 12. Captain's Curse just behind him with 11. So 2 more competitions to go. El Toro Loco is now 1 point ahead of Captain's Curse, so that lead is getting a lot shorter. Gravedigger in third with 63 now, so she's also increasing her lead slightly. But 2 more competitions to go. Next one is going to be skills. I'm excited to see how these leaderboards are going to change and who's going to be on top going into Wilkes-Barre. Huge shout out to all my patrons, April Summers, Dito, Julian Peacock. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to everyone watching, and we'll see you all in skills.